everyone, my name is Neve and welcome to a very exciting and sustainable clothing haul that is brought to us by Sellpy. Who are Sellpy? What is Sellpy? Let's get into it. Sellpy is an online platform where you can buy secondhand clothing. You can also sell your clothes to Sellpy. If I was to describe Sellpy very briefly, I would say it's the EU equivalent of ThredUp. You can buy a bag from Sellpy. I think this is how it works. You buy a bag from Sellpy, you fill it with your old clothes, send it back to Sellpy and they sort through it. Anything good enough to sell, they will sell on Sellpy. Anything not good enough to sell, they say they will donate, which I don't know how I feel about that, because if it's not in good enough condition to sell, why is it in good enough condition to donate? And where are you donating it? After placing my order, I found out that Sellpy is owned by H&M. Yes, I'm acquiring clothing in a sustainable manner. We love shopping secondhand, but then the money is going to H&M, which is obviously a giant fast fashion corporation. So there's pros and cons to this, there's levels to this, you know? Sellpy is available in all of the EU countries. It is European, but it is not European. It is EU. My only negative associated with Sellpy, the order, processing, packaging, and shipping times. I'll discuss that more at the end. I'll keep this just a brief intro about Sellpy and show the clothes. First, shipping for me started at $9.99 and then it goes up to about $11.99, $13.99, and then if you spend over €100 you get free shipping. Was I intending to spend enough to get free shipping? No. Did I spend enough to get free shipping? Yes. I cannot lie, my first order I went a little wild. 29 items, wild. And I did also use code NEW10 for 10% off my first order. Sorry everyone, I just realized there was a hair on my face the entire time. Oh yeah, after I placed my order on Sellpy and I was so excited for it to arrive, I told my friend about it. She lives in the Netherlands. She also loves sustainable fashion. She placed an order, and because she lives on the mainland, she actually got her order before me, so she sent me her own little unboxing. She has also now made a second order and received that, and her mans has made an order and received that. From her unboxing, I was expecting that Sellpy individually wrap every single item in plastic. I'm pretty sure this is just regular schmegular plastic, which is definitely disappointing and totally unnecessary. Now let's look at the clothes, because we have some gems and also some flops, I won't lie. I shall start with my outerwear. This is a puffer jacket from Monkey. Gorgeous patterned puffer, kind of bandana style. The material feels way more polyester satiny than I was expecting. I thought it was going to be more that kind of waterproof feeling material. I saw someone wearing this in real life at the St. Patrick's Day festival. I wanted the coat even more. I already had seen it on Depop and wanted it before then, and I love it. I'm so happy with this. Then the next coat I purchased, I actually kind of sort of not really already have. It's this beautiful lavender lilac corduroy puffer jacket. Again, this is from Pennies. I love purple. The reason I say I kind of own this already is I do have this in a copper rust orangey color. I picked it up in a charity shop 2020, like 4 years ago at this stage, and it was the middle of summer, so it was €3. This is a size smaller than the orange one I have. My outerwear category was basically a slam dunk. I feel like they're the same vibe. Probably just because this has bits of blue and this is close-ish to blue. Moving on to the cardigan slash jumper hoodie section. First up, I have a hoodie from Bershka. To be honest, a lot of the stuff in this haul is stuff I've seen on Depop or in real life over the years and have wanted, but never found it on Depop at a price I liked. So I had to look on Sellpy, and a lot of the stuff I was finding at prices I liked, so I was purchasing. So this is another thing that I had seen on Depop. A houndstooth, dog's tooth, red, black, and I think kind of a beigey cream color. I was kind of anticipating this would be a stretchy material, but it is quite stiff. I'm very happy with the fit and the cut of it. I like the length of the crop. Now we have another item that I have been wanting for absolute years, because I remember I started binge watching Grownish and Zoe was wearing it. I got caught up to date on Grownish at the time I watched all that was out, and then actually just yesterday on Twitter I saw a clip from what I can only assume is the very last episode, and I was like, damn, I should like catch back up with Grownish, get back into it. So all that to say, Zoe wore this jumper ages ago in Grownish and I found it. It's a really staple black and white knit jumper, but it's in a distressed style, so it has little rips and holes. The cuffs and hems are distressed as well. Did I say this is from Zara? This doesn't feel like acrylic. Let me just check. Yeah, I didn't think so. This is viscose, polyester and nylon. It does feel nicer than your typical acrylic knit jumper. You know when you want something for so long and then if you get it and it's a flop, you're really just like, damn, what was the point? But this I love. Another slam dunk Sellpy. I'm gonna stop saying slam dunk now, but love that. Here I have a little cardigan from Bershka. This is a size extra small, but I knew this was supposed to be an oversized fit, so I thought it'll just be a bit more regular fitting on me. Guys, opinion, do you think this would be nice with brown trousers or would that be too much? Because I have been interested in getting a pair of either brown trousers or jeans, and once I had this I was like, ooh, I should really get on that brown trouser situation. And then my last piece in the jumper hoodie section, if you can even consider this to be one of those, it is a pair of sleeves. You know those sleeves. These ones are from H&M. To be honest, I got these specifically to wear with one top, as I have this beautiful corset style top that I love. However, in winter when I'm wearing it, I put on my jacket and then I always think to myself, I'm gonna be so bare and chilly when I take off my jacket and I'm just in the corset. So I thought this could perfectly go on my corset and then I won't be so bare and it'll keep me warm. Next, I'm gonna move on to the dress slash playsuit category, as we have some doozies in here. First up is a dress from Pull & Bear. I was expecting this to be the picnic dress of my dreams. Some things I like about it, it has buttons down the front, and these are fake buttons, which as someone with a bigger chest I enjoy because that means there will be no gaping. What I do not like about this, I was expecting this to be a jersey cotton t-shirt material, so very stretchy, but it's not. It's actually pretty stiff. I'm not entirely sure I'm comfortable in this dress. I think it's maybe just a bit too snug, but I do think it looks very cute. So I think I'll see how much I end up wearing it. Oh, and also down at the bottom of the zipper, the stitches have started to come undone at the bottom of the zipper. So whenever I undo the zip and put it on and try to zip it up, the zip has flipped on itself. On Sellpy, if a clothing item has a major flaw, normally the last picture will be an up-close picture of that. This was not mentioned, and I have to say it is quite annoying when I'm trying to zip it up myself. Next, we have a really fun item that I thought was gonna be a sleigh, but it's a bit of a flop. It is this beautiful bluey grey floral dress from the brand Wild Fable, which I know is from Target. It looks like that typical tapestry kind of grandmother's curtain material, except it is more of this must be polyester and spandex, so it actually is pretty lightweight. Yeah, it doesn't fit. No, like there is not a chance I could zip this up on my chest. We're not gonna be friends. Another flop of a dress. Bershka pinstripe strapless bodycon dress. I had an absolute vision for this dress. We can see my vision. Instead, it looks like this. Yeah, not the style I was expecting on body. It's so tight on my chest, but this one does actually zip up. I may try let out the bust, shorten it, tighten it, and like 50 other steps. Next, a dress that was a bit of a slay. Gorgeous purple bodycon long sleeve dress. I love purple, can you tell? I like that it has this lace up detail. Even though it's lace up, it's not very wide, so you can still comfortably wear regular bra, regular underwear. I think it'd be more fun, and I would like it more if it was shorter. It might be this length, as perhaps the material is prone to riding up. I will really only find that out after I wear it. Making something shorter is an easy fix. Also, it came with some of the previous owner's hair just caught in the string used to tie the dress. I really do not like hair. Do you see all that tied around the ribbon? Ooh, my next dress was also a big slay, and I actually like this way more than I was expecting. I was like, oh, that's cute. Should I get it? Should I not? I'm not sure. I ended up getting it and I'm so glad I did. It's from H&M Divided. It is a knitted midi dress, black and white floral. Maybe it's not supposed to be white, but these are definitely more grey slash lilac-y. Maybe they wear white at one stage, or maybe they always wear grey. Just something about the way the straps are cut, maybe. It looks so flattering on the top. I really like the length. It has 2 slits on either side so you can comfortably walk. I can't lie, I think it would be cute as a mini dress as well. Half tempted to make it a mini dress, but also I like the vibe of it being long. It feels like mature but fun, you know what I mean? They listed it as having pilling on Sellpy. It's quite pilled at the waist. That's fine, I can remove that. For $2.70, that's a price I'm happy to pay to extend its life cycle. And when we have a sleigh, we must of course have another flop. Blazer slash shirt dress from Bershka. I was expecting it to be structured like a blazer, but instead it is more thin like a flannel shirt. It has shoulder pads. They're very boxy. It's not the sleigh I thought it was gonna be. You know, maybe if it was a bit tighter and a bit shorter I could get into it. There is like a lot of pilling, and I don't think that was mentioned at all in the listing. If there's pilling and I paid a low price, that's no problem, but when I pay a bit more, like over a tenner, and it has pilling, maybe I'm just so used to charity shop prices that this is upsetting me. Very pilled, and it's kind of like all over. This reminds me of when I was a child. I had a sofa under my bed that could turn into a bed. Not a sofa bed because it was like a single sofa. Futon, is that what those things are called? Like that. The fabric on the cushion of the futon, I feel like I just made that word up. That's a real word, I think. The material on the cushioning on that chair kind of looked like this, so this reminds me of that, which also reminds me in Hairspray the movie, Tracy wears a skirt, that at the time of seeing that movie I was like, whoa, that's the material from the cushion cover thing on the thing under my bed. What are the extras in Emily in Paris, which, sorry, yes, that is one of my guilty pleasures. I was wearing this and now I have it. Yeah, no, the extra, she wore it better. This next item, it's a denim play suit from H&M Divided, but I don't think I like the fit of this. I think it's kind of just too loose on top. It has a belt at the waist. It's sewn to the playsuit all across the back, so when you tie it, it doesn't fully cinch the waist because obviously the back isn't really moving. I tried tying it at the back and I thought that looked better. I think if I was in a charity shop and I found this and tried it on, I would put it back. Maybe I just need a size down. Maybe. Now we have an item that I actually used to own. So a really long time ago, basically, I bought this playsuit and then I sold it on Depop. And then one time I was scrolling through my Depop looking for an old listing and I saw the playsuit and I was like, damn, I wish I hadn't sold that. So here it is. It's a little playsuit from Mango. It looks like a dress on. Very cute. I remember it had an open back, and I think way back when I didn't know how to style it to my comfort with the open back and how that would work with a bra and stuff like that, but I was like, oh, nowadays I have cute bralettes, it's no big deal. The one I had was a small, and the one I found on Sellpy is an extra small, but because, you know, it's backless and the bottoms are so loose, I thought it'll be fine. It's not fine. No. The waist seam on this, I feel, is just barely under my bust. It is way more open at the sides and side booby than I remembered. It's not meant to be, but at least I know now, and I'm not just left thinking, wish I hadn't sold that playsuit. Now I'm gonna show you potentially, I think definitely the worst thing I bought. A dress from Penny's. Yeah, looks cute, right? Flop. It's gaping on my chest, it's gaping down at like the bottom of my stomach. The way this was packaged in the bag, whatever way it was folded, I could see basically one part of the dress and another area of the dress, and one area looked so yellow. Even when I look at it now at certain angles, I'm like, that's so yellow, but then when I go investigate, it doesn't really look that yellow. So it's like a trick of the light and a trick of my eyes. This smells, maybe the person who sold this was a smoker. I think that's what the smell is, but also that would explain why it's a bit yellowy. Do you see? I feel like looking on camera, I'm like, that's a white dress. Does it look yellow yet? Like, are we seeing? I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with it, but I do not want it. Now, onto my last two items in this category. I'll start with this one. I love it, but I have no idea where I'll wear it. Pretty much a unitard from Zara. I thought this was gonna be, again, jersey cotton t-shirt material, but it is more kind of athleisure material, so there is still a stretch. Basically, I put this on and I was like, oh, I look a bit snatched in this, and also it feels like a second skin. It's so comfortable. The vision in my head was a little cardigan tied around. I'm not sure if I like that. I did enjoy when the cardigan was tied, but maybe if it was in a blue or just a color more similar to this, or maybe just if I was trying it on with real shoes, I could see it more as an outfit. Whereas currently it kind of reminds me of like a modest swimsuit or like a retro workout outfit. Like, I could see me wearing this on a summer beach holiday, or playing tennis, or doing something borderline athletic, like an elevated walk. I do also like how it looks as a bodysuit, but then if you are wearing it as a bodysuit, you're kind of defeating the purpose, since it is like a full outfit in her own right. If you own this, how do you style it? Do you just embrace it and just this and shoes, or do you accessorize it a bit? But this is my unitard, my romper, my playsuit, whatever you want to call it. Lastly, in my dress slash playsuit category, I have an item that has elements of a sleigh, but some elements of a flop. Blue and white gingham playsuit with a little cutout there from Bershka. It's very tight again on my chest. So I'm currently already in the process of busting open the side seam. Yeah, let's not look at that side. Busting open the side seam so I can let out the chest a bit. Because it's a play suit, I'm gonna extract just a bit of fabric from the hidden shorts to put on my open bust, and then it should fit better, and then I'll be in love. I tried it on with a white bralette underneath. Does it look like I'm wearing a Dorothy costume? Moving on to the top category. First we have this really sweet little floral top from Topshop. I actually bought this on ASOS many years ago and ended up returning it, and she is cute, but is this giving cultural appropriation? Because you know, the collar style and the neckline cutout, it's kind of that same vibe as some of the Asian traditional dresses, but is it giving cultural appropriation? Let me know what you think. Then I have this fun top, which sadly is a flop. It's this gorgeous grey silver knit glitter. Oh, look how pretty it is. This is from Bershka. It's just a bit too big and loose on me to be flattering in the style I would like. So I might take it in because I do really love the fabric and I like the look. Again, when I say like, oh yeah, easy alteration, and I just never do it. Lastly, in the top category, I have two red tops, and they're actually both from the same brand. Did this brand used to be called Naked Wardrobe, or did I make that up? I was looking for some red tops, so I found this one. However, I just don't think it's for me. The tube top part, I feel like on one side of my chest, I want to pull it up, but then on the other side where the strap is, I want to pull it down, and then if I pull it down, it gets too low. I do love the look and style of it, but the fit just isn't there. I think this may have to go in the flop pile. And the last top is also from Naked Wardrobe. No, Naked, not Wardrobe. And it is an off-the-shoulder mesh rose top. It feels a bit snug on the bod. I think I could do it one size up. I love how it looks, but I just think this is the type of top you would spend all night fixing. I think it would be quite annoying and impractical to wear. This is, I think, the only item I got that is brand new with tags, and it has a beautiful loose thread in the center of my rose. And now moving on to my last category, which is bottoms. So I have skirts, skirt, and some trousers. First up, this item I purchased in TK Maxx. I think it was like 2020 because you couldn't try stuff on, and I bought it in a size large. It was too loose, and I ended up selling on Depop. So I found it on Sellpy. Gorgeous rose patterned skirt. This is not in the best condition. On the waistband, the material / the threads have kind of frayed, so there's a hole forming the bottom of the zipper. Threads are frayed, and I was just looking at the seams, and they seem quite stretched and like material getting loose and frayed. And I would happily wear this until its demise when it just disintegrates. However, it is criminally short at the back. When I tried it on looking at the front, I was like, whoa, this is a bit short. But then, you know, I tried it on again and looking at the front, I was like, it's not that short, it's not that bad. But the back is so short. Like, I don't even have much of a butt. We're not packing much back there, but it's so short at the back. So I kind of try to wear it at the front and then keep it more down like this at the back, and it kind of works, but I don't know. But then again, it has shorts. I'll try wear it a few times and see if I'm feeling comfortable. Oh guys, and this with the red rose top, but like too tight and annoying. Super short. I'm probably just gonna end up wearing it. It's Hot Girl Summer, Sabrina Carpenter, Slay, Vibe, Ass Out. This should have been €3. Sellpy. Here we do have a €3 skirt. This is from Bershka. It is a grey light wash pleated tennis skirt. I think the length between the waistband and the top of the pleats is just too long for my liking. I did try to fold it over. The pleats could do with an iron to get them back in tip-top shape. Next we have a skirt, which I've wanted for so long, been searching on Depop. Found it on Sellpy. Here it is. It's a little red skirt with black buttons. It's from Stradivarius. And you know when people say that kind of shady thing of like, just cause it zips doesn't mean it fits? Now I would never say that to another individual, but in this case I'm saying it to me because it zips, but I don't think it fits. I think I would prefer the size up, which I might keep searching Sellpy for. I was planning to maybe wear this with the naked red crop top as like a little red dress moment, but they are just such different shades of red. Like this one goes more orangey, this one is more true red, I would say. And the top doesn't even fit, so that vision is cancelled. Next we have a pair of trousers which I love. They're from Bershka, purple and black tweed. Is this houndstooth, dogstooth as well? They have real pockets on the front, one fake pocket on the back. They have belt loops, a button, a clippy thing, a zip, distressed hems. Because of the style of material, they do kind of look like they've been snagged. Areas like this, we see how the stitching has gone a bit fuzzy and pulled looking, like, you see what I mean? They're a bit too long on me, but since it's a raw hem, I can just, you know, give them a snip and they'll be good. I need some inventive ideas for what to wear with my trousers. My first thought is the black top, but that's kind of boring. You could dress these up or down. They're cute with my earrings. Now I have something very exciting. I really wanted a pair of leather trousers. It's just something I've been missing from my collection. So I bought these Bershka size medium leather trousers. They have real pockets at the front, spacious pockets I may add, two fake pockets at the back. And at the back, they actually have an elasticated waistband. So the fit is really nice. Scary moment while trying these on where I thought they weren't high-waisted. They were like a mid-rise, but they are high-waisted. And again, like the other trousers, these are a little bit too long for me. I can simply hem these. That is no problem. I'm so glad they worked out because I really wanted a pair of leather trousers. And last in the bottom category, I'll show these together because they're not very interesting. I got two pairs of tracksuit bottoms, sweatpants. The first pair are H&M size medium. Wasn't expecting these to be as light in color as they are, but they are very light gray. I paid $2.70 for these and they were marked as acceptable condition or something like that because they were pilling, which I was like, pilling's no problem. But they do have this mark stain on the hem, which was not mentioned. This is kind of substantial. These are a bit long for me though. I might cut/hem them and then the stain might disappear anyways, but I think that should have been mentioned, Sellpy. And the second pair I got are also H&M, but these are H&M divided. I thought these were black, but the sticker said dark grey, and they definitely are more of a dark grey than black, it's true. These ones had writing on them, and for the life of me, I just couldn't figure it out. But now that I have them, I can see underneath it says the star signs, so I'm pretty sure this says astrology. I don't know why, I just could not read that. These ones have pockets, which I really like, so I think I'm gonna wear these next time I'm on a plane, which will be exciting. Oh my gosh, the crotch on these is so long. Are we seeing this visual? And the very last item I have to show from Sellpy is a pair of sandals. These are last because these were also a flop. They're just too big. The soles, by the way, are pristine, like they've definitely never been worn. I'm disappointed they're too big because these are really cute, no? Word of warning for Sellpy, my friend also bought a pair of sandals and they were way too big. These were labeled as a 7, but nowhere on this shoe does it actually say a size, so I think Sellpy were just like, yep, looks like a 7. And that was everything I purchased on Sellpy. I know it was a lot, so thank you for sticking with me. I would say I'm mostly happy. I kind of know now what are the better things to shop for. I think I'm gonna avoid dresses unless they're a stretchy material. I don't think I'd buy shoes again. I can make a more informed second purchase, and I can't lie, there will be a second purchase. Let me just get into the statistics, if you will, the nitty-gritty. So I placed my order on the 4th of May, which was a Saturday, and they told me my order should ship on the 9th, which was the following Thursday, which I did think that was quite a while. The morning of the 9th of May, I got an email being like, yes, we have sent it. When I placed my order, my delivery date was estimated to be the 16th of May to the 17th of May, which was the Thursday after they were gonna ship it. So in total, almost 2 weeks. Then once they sent it, they bumped my delivery up by 1 day. So the 15th of May to the 16th, which is Wednesday to Thursday. It did come early on Wednesday, I think at 8 a.m. maybe. It took 8 working days. Regular days, I ordered Saturday, so 11 days. I think if you want something in a pinch, Sellpy's not for you. There was no option to pay more for express delivery or anything like that. If you want to return stuff, I think you pay around €9, and that covers the delivery back to Sellpy, and you won't get that €9 back. You can claim, I think if you claim and it's found to not be as described or like something's wrong with it, they will cover shipping back. I did try to stick with brands I know in better hopes that they would fit. If you're buying trousers and stuff, they do give a measurement on Sellpy of the waist, but maybe now Sellpy is a new discovery for you and you found a new way to shop sustainably and second hand. If you have any experience at all, good, bad, positive, negative, selling or buying with Sellpy, please share in the comments. When I was searching Sellpy hauls, I think it's definitely more popular on the mainland. Sweden in particular, I think that's the base country it comes from. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully I'll see you in my next video. Bye!